All right, guys, how's it going? So, have you seen that news today that Newcastle United co-owners Amanda Staveley and Mehrdad Godowsi had to leave the club? Have you seen that? Now, you're probably thinking, well, I have seen it done, but so what? Well, first of all, there is that ongoing question that we have asked around these parts for many years, right? And that is Amanda or Linda. Now, give us some time to think about it. Let me know in the comments section. I was reading some quotes from Staveley, about when she went into Newcastle United, and the usual, like fell in love with the club, blah blah blah, and all that. But we all know that Amanda Staveley's a Liverpool fan, and tried many times unsuccessfully to wrestle the club into, into the what do we call it? Into the clutches, let's just say wrestling into Arab ownership. Yeah, that would be better, and it'd be very political correct. We don't want to start talking about flip flops and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? But unfortunately, she never got her beloved Liverpool. She ended up at Newcastle, and I never knew them two were married. I didn't know they were having it off. Did you? Did you know that? I never knew that. Anyway, probably because they've got different surnames or I didn't know that, honestly. Mm. So it's not what you know, is it, Amanda? It's who you know. But yeah, she's on the move, and the reason I'm making the video is because I'm waiting to stream at 2 o'clock, so I'm trying to kill time. No, I mean, like Amanda Staveley, it just makes you wonder now what'll happen. Like, will she now turn up at a Liverpool game or something? You know what I mean? Because she loves Liverpool, and it's it's an absolutely wild video if you think about it. All right, by even suggesting or even inferring, that she might turn up at Anfield now and might have her sights on something else. Do you know what I mean? There's absolutely nothing at all in a million years to suggest that might happen. But when I saw the news that she was leaving Newcastle, straight away I thought, oh, that's interesting because she's she's an hungry girl, and she's a very successful businesswoman, and she loves football, and she loves Liverpool Football Club. And it just makes you wonder. I mean, she might step away now and go, do you know what? I've had enough. Fuck that. I'm going to stay at home in the afternoon and watch loose women. Do you know what I mean? She might just want to do that. But she might have ambitions and go, right, start mingling again with new opportunities and things like that. And I swear down before you start, I'm not for 1 minute trying to suggest she's about to launch, some kind of takeover of Liverpool Football Club with her friends out in that region. But it just made me think about her really, because when she went to Newcastle, seeing her in the black and white scarf just didn't seem right as seeing her in the red and white scarf. Um, it just didn't. It just wasn't right. But she's professional, and Newcastle's a nice club. Do you know what I mean? I'd have no problem sitting in an executive box at Newcastle, wanting to do well because I like the people from the northeast, and I like that club. So I kind of get it, but you can't change where you're at, if that makes sense. So if you couldn't see Liverpool play on a weekend, but you could go and watch another team, because you're a football fan, right? You might go and watch that team and cheer them on. You know what I mean? Whatever. You'd always be Liverpool, through and through. So I don't know. Just made me think about past opportunities that let go. Maybe she won't have anything to do with football anymore, or maybe she will look at trying to broker a deal for another football club again, and not necessarily a Premier League club. It just does make you wonder. And I know you're thinking, "Fuck, you talking about?" But 3-4 years from now, you never know. So, just thought I'd mention it anyway. Reason for the video: just kill time. And because some people will be generally interested to know that she's left Newcastle. They will. Maybe you're not. Maybe you were part of all that, possibility of Staveley trying to get, Liverpool into Arab ownership or whatever, which I would much rather have than what we have today, which will set off the top reds and everything and all that anyway. So interesting. I think you might hear a bit more about this. I mean, she's a very hands-on person. She's involved with the transfer committee at Newcastle and things like that up until the last few weeks. But yeah, the departure, I think it's come as a bit of a shock to some. Although I remember seeing, an interview some time ago that was like they knew what their limitations would be. They knew as far as what they could go or whatever. So I'm not really sure where it leaves Newcastle now. I'm a bit confused with what's happening at Newcastle because, I thought that they were going to suddenly become like another Manchester City or something, and I don't think that's really happened. I have no idea what's going on there with that club, to be honest. Maybe we should have a word with Corvo. He's a Newcastle United fan that comes on my streams quite occasionally. He's very popular around here, so because he's a Newcastle fan, he might have some opinion on that. So yeah, Amanda Staveley is leaving or has left Newcastle. I don't know if it's leaving or left. To leave Newcastle after 3 years. She played a key role in orchestrating the Saudi Arabia Public Investment Fund's purchase of an 80% stake in Newcastle for £300 million in 2021, which obviously saw Mike Ashley go. She had 10% of Newcastle. She got that 10% of Newcastle. But I do believe she diluted that down to 6%, didn't she, in recent times, just selling bits off here and there. And, there is reference to Liverpool and stuff like that in these articles. And I don't know, you might see a name crop up. You might see people start to create silly rumours, so just be on your guard for that. But yeah, the only reason I was mentioning it was just more of a FYI for your information that she's left. And like I say, she's a Liverpool fan, and yeah, you just don't know. Anyway, I don't know. Leaving it with you. If you appreciate the video, please give it a thumbs up. Please drop me a comment. If you want to buy me a beer or a coffee, hit the super thanks button. I'll give you a shout out tomorrow morning. I'll be live at 2 and 6 today, guys.